quickly. It's a really nice block uptown. I'm excited about this one. Hey landlords, I'm viewing my active rehabs that I have going on right now that I haven't seen. I've been managing them from another coast. And so this is probably my favorite one because it is in a zip code that I grew up in. And it's actually a really nice block, pretty large property. It doesn't need a lot of work. Like, we're still going through it. One of my other properties is getting a little bit more attention than this one in terms of where we're sending the crew. So I'm trying to get that one done as quickly as possible. And I just got this one. So let's see what we got here. I don't know how much has been done, but all right. So I can tell you right now, these hardwood floors are in good condition, so they'll just get sanded down. We might have to, I see a couple little troubling areas over there, but there's no need to replace these floors. That was one thing that I noticed when we bought the property. Another thing, we had to do a little bit of work up here. This all had to get sistered. We had to do some joist work here. Obviously, we gotta tear this down, this popcorn ceiling, that's gotta go. And the same thing with this wall behind us. So the kitchen was gutted already. The HardieBacker are down on the floor. And so this will get tiled. We don't need windows. These are new windows, so that's a beautiful thing. This construction budget is relatively low. I acquired this for $105, I think. It appraised for $220. And my construction budget is, I think, $30. So yeah, the numbers are pretty juicy. And so this was all demoed. We're gonna have to do something with this flooring here. Again, these windows look gorgeous. It's not much that needs to be done. I normally would replace the HVAC completely, but right now HVAC is so expensive. And the heating system works really well. I hope this doesn't come to bite me in the butt. I usually normally do forced air, forced heat throughout, no matter what. But this one it just doesn't necessarily need it. I looked at the comps. It just don't need it, period, point blank. All this was torn out. We had to do some plumbing work. It's all coming back to me. I keep not remembering stuff that needed to be done. But it's coming back to me now, like line items that I paid for and like pictures that I looked at and going through the projects virtually with my team. So this is pretty much where we're at. We've demoed it. It's got a really clean basement. Let's go and check the basement out. What the basement looks like. Honestly, I'm just thinking to myself, like I'm really thinking about this radiator heat. Just not a fan of it. Oh my God, these steps are so small. So it's a really cool basement down here. They've got some linoleum down that we're gonna replace, clean this all up, paint it, and got this cool little bar area over here. We'll probably just take that all out. And then it's a half bathroom. It's a half bathroom down here. Hey, that wasn't 10 minutes. We in the basement. It's a half bathroom down here. So yeah. Basement's more than 7 feet tall, so it's technically a finished basement. And so it's easy. Let's take a look out back. It's got a little pet porch. I forgot it's got a porch. Let's take a look at the porch on the back patio. You want to know something really funny? So one of the first properties that I did with my mom, my grandparents left us a home we fixed it up and sold it. And the block was just such a good block. And it was just such a nice neighborhood. Now, even though we sold it and flipped it into more properties in the portfolio that I have with my mom, I kind of always just felt some type of way. And it's funny that I acquired this. This is very similar. It's not identical. The other property has some more amenities. So it's very similar in a similar neighborhood. Literally, it's only like a mile away. I could walk if I wanted to. How do I open this? You been back here? The patio is nailed shut. It's not that serious. So that is my tour of my uptown rehab. This is probably my favorite project because it's clean. What one of our colleagues says, KR, he says, easy breezy cover girl. This is an easy breezy cover girl, even though we had a little bit of flooring issues, but it's still easy. It's clean, not dealing with no tenants beforehand. It's a nice block. If something happens and I need a place to stay when I come to Philly from LA, I can technically stay here, but don't tell anybody. So yes, definitely don't tell anybody. These properties are non-owner occupied. Yes, this is the tour of this property. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. If you like more of this type of content, you want to see the projects I have going on. Because I did a tour today and we recorded some content, I didn't even get to all of my properties. So if you want me to do more, let me know in the comments. Enjoy your day and let's make some money.